Yeah, we really need to update that jingle. We'll do it for next week because she's our 11-year-old movie guru, looking back on movies from like the 80s and stuff that she's never seen before. We'll start off with your impersonation of the star of this movie, Lulu.
E.T. phone home.
Very good.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Is it phone home or home phone?
The actual phrasing by E.T. is E.T. home phone. It's Gertie who says E.T. phone home, then Elliot says it, then E.T. says it.
E.T. home phone.
E.T. phone home. E.T. phone home.
E.T. phone home.
Can you tell us who played Gertie?
Drew Barrymore.
Never heard of her.
I love
You've never heard of Drew...
Kidding.
She has an actual talk show called The Drew Barrymore Show, actually.
Yes.
She's starred in a number of successful movies, including Charlie's Angels, Never Been Kissed, The Wedding Singer, 50 First Dates, and Blended.
Oh,
Yeah,
God, that's a really good movie. Have you seen Blended?
I love that movie.
So good, eh?
I
What a
love it.
surprise.
I pretty much love everything Drew Barrymore's in.
Right.
She's one of those actors.
You
that
love the home edit.
Yeah, she's on the home edit.
They went and did her
Loved it.
backstage on her
Yeah,
show. Yeah,
loved it.
What about the others in the movie E.T.? What happened with Elliot?
Or the actor Henry Thomas.
He's a man from outer space, and we're taking him to a spaceship.
Well, he returned to the home of Texas. He focused on schools, and then he took on a string of film roles every now and again, notably Gangs of New York and Dear John. Well, Google might think they're notable, as I have never heard of them. So, sorry,
Ouch.
Henry.
Burn. Lulu, was it scary?
Well, if I was way younger, I would have found it very, very scary because there's the one scene at the start, spoiler alert, that E.T. is in their backyard, but they don't know that. And they think it's
Yes.
a bingo, and they bring out their flashlights and everything, and they're like back inside. I'm like, oh my god, is one of them going to die? What's going to happen? I'm so confused.
Oh my God, so Lulu's watching this for the first time.
Yeah.
So that thing when we watched it, with they throw a tennis ball into the shed and then it comes back out?
E.T., I think he threw the ball back or something, I'm not sure.
Harvey?
That part was scary. And also, when I first saw E.T., I was like, oh my gosh, what the hey is that?
So hang on, let me just bring in producer Loz into this here, because what's the problem, Loz?
I just don't. I'm so triggered
She
by
is
this movie.
scared of E.T., Lulu.
Terrified. It scared me so
Really?
much when I was
we can
a
be
kid.
scaredy buddies.
When it rolled the tennis ball out and it goes like,
The what?
you know, it's like its neck lifts up and it goes like, like. It's
Oh, yeah. This noise.
I wondered, though, this generation of kids, because they're so used to animation, you know, being incredible and looking so real, and those retro movies, the older movies, don't look. Did that bother you, or did you just get sucked in anyway?
I got sucked in anyway, but I think something might have, because I watched it with the whole family, I'm pretty sure. And my sister, she's a really, really good drawer and animator. She's pretty good. I think her standards were a bit higher than what E.T. was, but I think it added a nice little lighthearted kind of thing to it.
True. Lulu, did you cry?
Yeah. I was so close. I was on the edge of tears, actually, at the end part where, spoiler alert, E.T. takes his flower and climbs into the spaceship and says goodbye. Because Gertie, Michael, Elliot, everyone was like, no, don't go.
I'll be right here.
What about that moment where you realise he's not dead?
Ooh, that moment was one of the happiest moments because a tear was just about to come out of my eye, and then just as Elliot was walking away, the flower that E.T. revived started being alive again because it died the same time that E.T. died, and then it started getting alive again, and then Elliot runs back towards it, and E.T. is saying, E.T. phone home, E.T. phone home.
That's right, he's trying to keep him quiet.
Phone home. Phone, phone, phone. E.T. phone home.
And then, spoiler alert, a teenager decides to drive a car before he even has his car license. And it's a big van, and it's a hilarious scene, honestly. You guys really need to watch it. It's very funny.
We did. About 30 years ago.
Need to watch it again.
But
Rewatch it.
But it is
Rewatch
great
it.
having all of this come back. I'm picturing all of this stuff
Me
as you're
too.
saying it. The big white part of the tunnel hanging out behind the van, swaying around as it goes down the street.
And then one of the person's just trying to stand up, and then he goes over above and he's like, oof. Very
That's
funny.
good. All right. Well, Lulu, we need to get a... what do we do at the end of this? It's our first movie review. Do we get a review?
Yeah.
Do we get a rating?
We do it out of 10.
review.
We're
Really?
doing it out of 10.
We're going out of 10. Okay. Lulu, as an 11-year-old in the year 2022, watching the movie E.T., what do we think?
It was an emotional roller coaster, but it was a really good one as well. Honestly, I'm going to give E.T. a 7 out of 10.
And that's a pretty harsh one for one of the biggest movies of all time.
Well, she's leaving some space
Yeah.
for some other movies,
true.
some room to move.
Yeah.
Hey, Lulu,
Yeah.
I reckon the best thing we can do here is leave it up to Mum.
Okay.
Mum's in charge. So an 80s movie that Mum thinks is okay for you, and you bring back the review for us.
All right. I'll see you then.
No song now or anything? No,
Hold on. Lulu, the movie guru, is out to go to the cinemas to watch some movies.
Excellent. Look at that, right off the top of her head. She's freestyling.
Fantastic.
Like Eminem.